Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Tyrone. Tyrone is for rugby in England. Let's see what Tyrone has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Now?
Yes.
Oh my God. I am so bad with technology and that, seriously.
How are you, Tyrone?
I'm really good, actually. I've got a pumpkin carving competition later, so I'm hoping to win.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, fingers crossed. Oh, amazing. And where are you from, Tyrone?
England, so I'm from a place called Rugby in Warwickshire. So it's known as the centre of England, near Coventry and Birmingham.
Okay, so it's near Birmingham.
Yeah, it's a place called Rugby, and it's where the game rugby was apparently originally invented by William Webb Ellis, who ran with a football at the local school here. So that's the history of rugby.
That's amazing. That's very interesting. Oh, wow.
Where are you from?
Brazil. I'm from Brazil.
Oh, right. So my mum's Brazilian Portuguese.
No way.
Yeah, my mum Bella. They lived in Portugal, Israel, Cascais. And then she was born in Lisbon, and they've travelled the world as well. I was just trying to work out the accents.
Oh my God, that's amazing! Which part of Portugal she's living?
Israel and Cascais is where the family were based, and they travelled around with the British Embassy all their lives. So they lived in Africa, India, everywhere but Portugal, really, and then settled in England.
I lived in Portugal. I lived in Portugal 5 years before I moved to the UK. I was living in Porto, like north of Portugal.
Yes, I've been to Porto. Yes.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? Porto is the most beautiful city.
I've been hundreds of times as a child. Yes.
So you can speak Portuguese then?
That's the thing. So we used to as kids, but then as we became teenagers, and I regret it now, we just didn't want to bother me and my brother. But what I will be blessed with is I can still know if I'm being talked about. So I can say a few sentences, introduce myself, give you some compliments, or tell you to shut up. And I can also know if I'm being slagged off at the same time. So it's all right. Because my parents used to talk about us when we were naughty as kids behind our backs. So.
All right, but I love Portugal. Portugal for me is like my heart. All the time when I can, I've got very good friends over there. Tyrone, so before we start the game, just tell me, what do you do for a living?
Right, so at the moment, I'm taking a stopgap for the last couple of months. So I'm changing careers. So I was a prison officer for 8 years. And I finished that in January, February. Went into some self-employment work, some part-time work, just finding my feet because it was a long career and I've seen a lot and I've dealt with a lot and I want a break.
Amazing.
So at the moment, I've applied for work, so I'm waiting to hear back from an interview for customer services in Tesco's retailer. And also I've got side projects which I like to do, trying to raise ADHD awareness and things like that. So I'm working on my profiles on that at the moment. So a bit of everything for a crappy year, as they say.
What a memorable year, isn't it? My God, it's been like unforgettable. My goodness, it's a year to remember. Okay, Tyrone, so welcome to William and the Magic Box. I've got this lovely box here full of random fun questions, okay? Are you ready?
Right.
Let's do it. Okay, Tyrone, ready for the first question?
Go for it.
Let's do it. Right, good one. What's the best and the worst of living in your place, in your city?
The best and the worst. Right, so the best would be that you're surrounded by familiar people that you know and you've been brought up with. Because I've moved away from my hometown many times. I completely travel and just get up and move and then come back, and but I'm always sorted, but I like to explore. So the good thing would be familiarization. Bad thing would also be familiarization, because I'm quite private sometimes. I'm not private in my work that I do on social media and things like that, but I'm very private in my home life and my family life, and sometimes they clash, obviously. So I would say the positive is actually knowing everyone and familiarization, but also a negative would be also people knowing you, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. I totally understand, because where I come from, so I come from a very, very small town, you know,
Yeah.
and of course, if you cozy, people know you. You know they can count with people, neighbor, family, and everything. But at the same time as well, you will lose a lot of your privacy, because it means that they can kind of step in your privacy as well, and it's not like that. You know what I mean? I totally agree. Right, let's go for another question, Tyrone. Let's do it. What did you say?
I said you can dance, I can't.
Come on, you can move. Come on, I'm sure you can. You just kind of
loosen up a bit.
There we go. You're getting there. Everyone says the same in the beginning. After the third question, everyone is like, da, da, da. Right, next question is, what made you laugh a lot last time?
But if we're talking like program-wise or something entertaining, then whenever I'm down, there's a series that we've got that I watch called Drifters. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, it rings a bell. I haven't watched it, but yes, I heard.
Just a very, I don't take very well to comedy, but it's one sketch show that if I'm feeling down or if I need brightening up, it's my go-to. And I've got certain scenes saved on my phone, so clips of my favourite scenes. So if I'm having a down moment, or if I've got angry for some reason, I can literally play the scene on my phone and it gets me out of it. It's like an adult pacifier, but on phone.
Amazing, that's good. Let's go for another question. Let's do it. For the next question, Tyrone, just tell me about your tattoos. Actually, when I saw your profile, I love this tattoo you have here. What's the meaning of them? Tell me.
Gosh, they're so right. So, I'm very expressive. I suffer with compulsivity, so I take strong medication, controlled medication for my ADHD, and part of the side effects, well, part of the condition is impulse. So a lot of my tattoos, I actually do what they all are individual, and they've all been done over time, so they don't all match. They all represent different parts of my life. The sword was actually down. I got the sword in quite a defiant moment, and there are regrets there, and I have plans to maybe have it removed in February. But then I keep looking back on it and thinking, well, I got it for a reason. But the meaning behind it was that nobody would get one over on me again. And so when I looked in the mirror, I always see it, and it reminds me not to take any crap off people. Basically.
No, I'll tell you something now. Actually, when I saw your profile and I saw your picture, to be honest to you, I really liked it. I think it's very creative. I think it's really it's unique. You know, when I saw it, it's like, oh my God, that's really, it get the attention. And to be honest to you, I'm very impressed because of course, when you see picture of people, you come across as something else. And I thought, my God, he might be a very tough guy, very strong. But you are very friendly. My God,
I am, and that.
Person. It's very interesting that I like that because as I said, when you see people, you just you kind of have impression of people. Yeah, when you see.
Oh, cool. And you know what? Sometimes it's weird. So sometimes it works in my favour. So I don't know if I'm out in say public and I don't want to mix with certain kind of people, not brand, but certain kind of people. People won't approach me, and I like that. But then at the same time, I do want people to approach me because I'm a people person, but I understand why people don't.
Absolutely. Next question. Let's take another question. Right. What makes you most uncomfortable about dating?
Oh, I have got a really bad rep for dating. Not really bad rep as in myself. So I did the UK dating show First Dates.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I did that. And I got a good response from that. So from that, I got a casting profile. So I go for like TV adverts, commercials, and things like that. So I'm doing that at the moment to try and build awareness in like ADHD and my tattoos and like trying to break stereotypes. That's what I enjoy doing. So I'll do that. It makes me smile. But worst thing about dating, probably the fact that people. I think a lot of people are very prejudgmental. Or the worst thing nowadays I find with social media, people know of you who don't know you. So there's that perception of you before somebody's even like dated you, or you've gone for food or dinner. So they've already got that perception, and we've all done it. I'm not saying I've never done it. It's just a natural thing. I think more with social media and dating now, other than back years ago, you'll just meet up and you'll find out about someone gradual. You kind of research them, or you've been researched, and you know there's already a judgment on you before you actually have that date, kind of thing. That makes sense. I don't know what I mean.
No, I totally agree. I agree with you. I think for me, if you'd ask the same question to me, I think dating for me, it's what makes me uncomfortable about dating is about the whole pressure behind, because you want to understand, you want to impress, you want to get there, to get a good moment. But sometimes I think this pressure on it makes for me, makes uncomfortable. If I shall I go for another one?
Yes, go on.
Let's do it. It's funny because people, they find different ways of relaxing. I had some interviews with people with a glass of wine, some people with like smoking, but I found so interesting because people, they find a way to relax, and I just find it interesting. But it's too early. I think it's too early now for a glass of wine anyway.
Yes.
Next question. What do you think was the most challenging part of being a kid?
Most challenging part of being a kid? Probably, I would say, finding yourself. And I think in some ways I'm still on that journey, if that makes sense. But I think as a child, I found it hard to identify maybe where I wanted to be in society, or which ways I to conform. Does that make sense? Because obviously my parents were very religious. Well, my mum's very religious, being from a Portuguese background. My family are. Me and my brother aren't so much so. We do have religion, but maybe our lifestyle choices. It was all about integration. Does that make sense? And because I'm adopted also, me and my brother are adopted, so we weren't brought up in a traditional Portuguese family. It was kind of on the side, and we visited, and my parents moved to England, kind of thing. So it's interesting. I've had an interesting childhood. It's just trying to find in place, I think, where you're most comfortable at being yourself.
Totally, I totally agree. Another thing as well, it reminds me about when I look back at my childhood as well. Sometimes we don't have a voice. You wanna talk about something. You're right, and they don't listen to you. Understand? You don't listen. It makes sense what you're saying. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Tyrone, let's go for another question. Let's do it. Right, next question is, what's the soundtrack of your life and why?
Oh, you know what? I've actually got an answer to this one. It would be Pink, Raise Your Glass.
Tell me about it.
Purely because of the lyrics, I think she's a good writer anyway, but I think the concept of the song is like, raise your glass if you are wrong in all the right ways. So we're all different. So like my choice is to have a knife going through my face, but it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I mean, other people might choose, different, hobbies and sports. So basically the song is about being proud of who you are for the right reasons, and being different. So yeah, definitely it'll be Pink, Raise Your Glass. Yeah.
I read something saying that it's so nice when you are different, when you are silly, when you accept it and you be it, because it makes life much more easier and much more fun as well, And I remember when I was a teenager and people were pointing me for some reason that I was different or something, and at the time I was a bit ashamed. But now actually I like it when someone pointed about me, you're silly for something, you're different, and I love it. I love because it makes you're different. That's the
make it good.
Yeah, that's so true. Right, let's go for another question. Yeah. Right, describe yourself in 3 words only.
Quirky.
Okay.
Endearing.
Wow.
And resilient, definitely, yeah.
Good one, very good one. Let's go for another question, Tyrone. Let's do it. Right. Next question is: who in your family you would trade place with and why? Let's say for 24 hours.
For 24 hours, it would have definitely been my granddad, my mother's. My mum's dad. He was head of British security for the British Embassy. I think that would be the most amazing, respectable, and just most interesting. Like, I heard stories, obviously, from my mum's side of things as a child, growing up living in the British Embassy compounds and everything. And it's something if I could have 24 hours, it would be in his shoes, definitely.
Amazing, amazing. He's still alive?
No. I have no grandparents anymore, so that's probably another reason as well.
Oh, I see. I've got this one left. I've got this one, but yeah, it's have so much good memories as well. Let's go for another question. Raise your box. Right. Next question is. Right, if you met someone sad in the street, what would be your advice to this person?
So if I was just to meet somebody in the street randomly, what would my advice be?
Yeah.
Gosh, you know what? I love my quotes. My friends know me for my quotations in life. You know, not all myself, but I've got some favourite quotes. I think one of my favourite ones is, "A fish never gets caught with its mouth open."
Good one. Never heard that one before. Oh wow.
I've learned to respect that quote this year. So, you know, sometimes I hear quotes, I can't relate to them, but then I can with that one. So like, it's true. Like, I think sometimes keep information to yourself and only express when you have to express. And I've learned that sometimes.
Good. So
another good one is as well. I'll tell you, this probably might be a bit more related. So I always say to people, because I've had a quite an interesting life and been, you know, been on social media, quite a lot of things I've done and things like that. I always say to people, people say don't judge a book by its cover, but I always say don't judge a book by its first few chapters, because they always start somewhere. And we've all read a book where the start of the chapter's been shocking, the start of the book's been shocking, and then it gets brilliant. And then you've got the other hand where you've got the start of the book's brilliant and the ending's really bad. So I always say never judge a book by its first few chapters either.
Good one. Right, Tyrone, I've got 3 questions left, okay? Let's do it. Next question is, what makes you most proud?
What makes me most proud? Probably my family, my parents, because I was a difficult child. My brother was a difficult child, and I'm just very proud of the way the work they've done. If that makes so. Yeah, probably my parents.
That's good. That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah.
2 questions left. Let's do it. Yeah.
If you ask them the other way round, I don't know if they'll say that.
I'm sure they would.
They would now. They would now. But years ago, my mum used to be shaking her head every day.
Oh. 2 questions left. Let's do Tyrone. Next question is, what have you learned during this lockdown time, during this epidemic time?
I've learned that I have more skills than I let myself believe in. So I started being proactive. I started teaching myself things. So I taught myself bakery, and I'm not lying, I do really good cakes now, but I've taught myself to bake, I taught myself to knit, I've taught myself to do arts and crafts. So because of my condition, I have to be always on the go anywhere. I've struggled a lot, like with my medication, and like the health professions have had to intervene because lockdown's very hard for somebody with so much energy. And I wasn't allowed to do anything. I couldn't go out. I couldn't do anything. So I had to channel everything into what I had. And so it's believe in finding yourself. Yeah.
Good one. Very good one. One more question. Let's do it.
Right.
Let's Next question. Who do you test the most?
Oh God, that's easy. I've got a friend called Chris, and we just text every day. He lives in Liverpool, out the way, which is about two hours from me. We went on holiday last year. We were meant to go on holiday this year twice. It's been cancelled twice, obviously. But we've texted probably for about 2 years, non-stop, every day, every other day. It's just a pure friendship. We just agree on things. We agree on other things. And it's just nice. Yeah, it's like a virtual friend. Even though I know he's real because we've met each other, it's nice to communicate, isn't it? So yeah, and I've supported him, and he's supported me through family's ups and downs and things like that. So yeah, I definitely text him, and he probably gets pissed off if you text him all the
time. Right, Tyrone, it's not the end yet. Okay, what I'm going to do now? I'm going to give away some words, and just tell me one thing that comes to your mind. Okay, quick thinking. Okay,
go.
Let's start with family.
Family.
Yeah.
Love.
Money.
Value.
Love.
Trust.
Politics.
Untruth.
Sex.
Hit and miss.
Life.
Open book.
Good one. Religion.
Individuality.
Totally. Fear.
Your conquer.
Okay. Friendship.
Embrace.
Desire.
Chase.
Okay. Regrets.
Don't.
Good. Wish.
Dream.
Amazing. Right, let's pretend now I'm going to have a coffee with your best friend, and I'm going to ask your best friend, tell me the most beautiful thing about Tyrone, and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think your best friend would tell me?
Oh, I actually know this one because I'm told every single day. So I think my features would be that I care immensely for other people, and I will always put others before myself. At the same time, I need to put myself first sometimes because otherwise I suffer, and I still haven't got to grips with that. So I'm learning gradually.
That's so true. That's so true. I think sometimes we need to believe and understand that we are the first one. You know, it's not selfish saying that. It's just the truth. Because if you're not good with yourself, you cannot be good with anybody else. So we need to kind of embrace us, like, you know, be kind to us first, and like literally love us first, and after we're gonna be able to help and give love away as well.
Another saying my mum always says: you can't love somebody else until you can love yourself. So another quote.
There we go. Okay, Tyrone, you're not the end yet, so what I'm going to do now, let's play now Tyrone and the magic box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Right, Tyrone, you can ask me a question now.
What inspired you to do this?
Good question. I think I think what inspires me to do that would be like connecting with people. I think I'm very lucky enough to be able to you know, I've been through a lot in my life. I you know, as I told you before, I've been living on my own since I was 19 years old when I moved to Portugal, and I think what inspires me the most of doing this project is just connect with people and see how people are totally different. They have different point of views. They, you know, they come back. They have a lot to say. They like something new, something different, and that's what makes.
I'm definitely top because I've small loyal circle of friends. So I've told all them that I was doing this, and they were like, "Oh God, be careful what you say." And I was like, "I'll be fine."
And
I've got two people who will meet you. 1 second. Is it one?
Oh, I'm already excited.
Yeah. Bella! Come on.
Oh my God. Bella. Hello, Bella.
Wait. And Mabel, where's your sisters, mate? Come here, Mabel.
Oh my God.
They're sisters.
Oh, that's so beautiful. So cute. Oh.
Oh, it's Mabel. Mabel. Mabel's the crazy one. I'm happy we got to see them now.
Oh, thanks for that. Thank you very much. Tyrone, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy?
Brilliant, thank you.
Yeah? No, thank you very much. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He got his toy.
Showing the toys off.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Oh, I'm glad. Just before you go, if you don't mind to share a positive message, something that inspires you in life, and I'm sure it's gonna be easy because you know a lot of positive quotes, so not gonna be difficult for you.
Always be who you want to be, not what others want you to be.
Good one. Very good one. Thank you so much.
There we go. I shocked my...
Enjoy your day. You can tell.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.